There's no way around it. Living is expensive. Sure, there are ways to do it that are less expensive than others.
Ma, the meatloaf!
But costs for sure can quickly pile up. Why do you think your dad is always yelling at you to stop leaving the lights on? In this lesson, we'll cover recurring apartment cost and one-time apartment cost. When it comes to what you want to spend on your home, creating a budget and keeping track of the expenses, they really help you find a nice balance. As we discussed in our budgeting lesson about the 50-30-20 rule, check that out after this. You want to spend 50% of your income on your needs in life. A big part of those needs is what goes into your home. There are typically two types of costs that you can think about when it comes to apartment living. Recurring costs, those that you pay regularly or every month, and one-time costs, those you pay as a flat fee once or maybe a couple times here and there. Recurring apartment costs. There can be a lot of these, but it really depends. The most obvious one you'll have is, hey, your rent. Don't forget to pay it. Rent is definitely both the most important and most expensive. Then we got utilities, those that keep the lights on, so to speak, or literally, I guess. Oh no, did I forget to pay the electricity bill? Electricity, water, gas, internet. Sometimes these might be included in your lease, depending on your building, but you'll often have to sign up for and pay them all separately and monthly. Renter's insurance. This is a big one. Landlords typically require you to get a renter's insurance policy, and it's good to have it regardless. It can cover when your property is stolen from a break-in, damage from a flood, or fire and in other situations. Yep, it's another cost, but it's essential. The typical insurance companies like Allstate, Geico, Progressive, etc. will be able to help you get a policy. Lemonade is a good one too. We've got a whole host of other recurring costs that you might have to pay depending on where you live. Parking, pet fees, and other amenities like gym, pool, trash collection, etc. You can see how all these can pile up. Make sure you're prepped for what you might have to pay for when it comes time to move into your new spot. One-time costs. There can also be a bunch of one-time costs that comes to moving into the new pad. Do people even call it a pad anymore? Like, who says that? Oh, well, my dad says that, so it's kind of funny, I guess. You've got the typical upfront costs like the application fee, security deposit, and in some cases, a broker fee. When it comes time to move, you might have to pay movers too, unless you've got some nice friends who are willing to accept, a few slices of pizza, dumplings in return for their moving services.
Here we go, pivot! Pivot!
They typically run from the high hundreds into the thousands, and after you watch them lifting and sweating for a full day, believe me, you'll agree that they've earned it. But it can be costly, so budget accordingly. And finally, furniture. If you've never shopped for furniture before, you'll quickly realize that furniture is not cheap. You can find cheaper options for sure, but it can also cost you. There are great alternatives to buying new, like going on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, but there will often be times when you need to go the new route. And IKEA is not a bad option, and you might just become fluent in the Swedish language in the process, but hey, you should also try their Swedish meatballs, and they have mashed potato, it's bomb. There are also some great subscription furniture companies that can provide solid options for you at a lower cost. Bottom line is, costs can pile up. It can be wise to do your best to estimate how much you might be spending and set a budget cap for both your monthly and one-time costs. Believe me, if you do that and you stick to it, you'll be very happy you did.